Nope. That's the wrong.
Oh no.
That's
What standby did you open? I see.
Let's try that again. Okay, yes, I've got the right window open this time. Awesome. Hello.
We are here. Can you hear us?
Hello,
The
what's up,
traditional
gamers?
seance opening of any live stream.
What?
Are you there? Are you with us? You know, old school
Ah.
seance talk.
This
Yeah.
is ground
I
control.
appreciate that was a very bizarre non sequitur for which I apologize.
I'm seeing the letter J as a
We're
different
gonna
kind of seance.
adjust that. Don't
Those of you
mind
in the chat,
me,
brilliant.
audience.
Should we do a quick sound off while, also, just to make sure everyone's coming through okay on the stream as we have people listening?
Yes. Check 1. Check 2. Check 1, 3, 7,
All
9.
right.
I'm also here.
I'm here
The
too.
English one.
And I too, the master of technical difficulties, I too am here. Hell yeah.
Well, that's a different
So
chicken
I-
entirely.
There it is. Hell
Like a
yeah.
little chicken that still reads as a chicken.
A
I do love
saga.
this chicken.
All right, so
All right, well, goodbye.
welcome, welcome viewers. While presumably Sam is handling our contempt token pile, I will say welcome to the Follow the Leader anniversary stream. We are 4 years old today, which is fucking wild. And today, to celebrate, we're going back to a game we haven't done since season 1, which is also wild to think about. We're playing Avery Alder's The Quiet Year, which is why we have a little box for contempt down at the bottom, just in case we want to have contempt for actions that people take, which will almost certainly happen. And let's see, there's actually a good note. Let's see. Yes, we read it aloud. For a long time we were at war with the jackals. Now, finally, we've driven them off, and we're left with this, a year of relative peace. One quiet year with which to build our community up and learn again how to work together. Come winter, the frost shepherds will arrive and we might not survive the encounter. This is when the game will end, but we don't know that yet. What we know is that right now, in this moment, there is an opportunity to build something. So the Quiet Year is kind of a community building map drawing game where you draw cards that give you prompts to tell you what to do. I actually should have opened the PDF version, but OBS was giving me some troubles earlier, so I completely forgot.
I can say the what this is, if that's what you wanted to
Yes,
tell.
please.
So what this is a map drawing game. You collectively explore the struggles of a community trying to rebuild after the collapse of civilization. It's a game about community, difficult choices, and landscapes. When you play, you make decisions about the community, decisions that get recorded on a map that is constantly evolving. Parts of the map are literal cartography, while other parts are symbolic. Players work together to create and steer this community, but they also play devil's advocate and introduce problems and tensions into the game.
Hell yeah.
Yes. We have prepared our space. We have a contempt spot. We have some contempt chickens. We have the cards already split up because we're using the Roll20 Quiet Year module. And yeah, we're going to have a good time. What's interesting is
Hell
I've
yeah.
never actually played The Quiet Year.
Me
Oh my
neither.
I
Oh
have
my
played
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
The Deep Forest, which is a hack of The Quiet Year where you play as monsters rebuilding after the humans have gone away.
Nice. It's on my playlist. Before we start pulling cards, we each got to establish some facts about the community and what its surroundings are like, and we each introduce an element or a detail about the local terrain. We should also say who we are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we should. Do we
Possibly.
want to just go about it in alphabetical order?
Okay, but actual alphabetical order or alphabetical order, starting with somebody other than you, despite the fact that you have the A name. This is a
um,
callback to our vampire game from the last week.
how about we go, let's go in reverse alphabetical order. How about
Mm.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Yes, hello. We're just introducing ourselves,
Yeah.
saying who we are, saying what we're all about. Hello, my name is Zachary Fredrickson. I am the I'm the one with the deep voice. And you can find me on Twitter. I've seen a God. You can find me the music I make for the show. I am bugbear.bandcamp.com. Yeah, I've never gone first before.
Well, I think I'm next in the reverse alphabetical order. So I'm Sam. You can find me on Twitter at SAKalo. You can find the art that I do at www.samkalo.art. I probably have the second deepest voice on the podcast. I don't fucking know. Is this what we're doing now?
I don't know. Jade keeps introducing themselves as the British one, so I feel like we need to all start really just solidifying our gimmicks.
Yeah,
Fuck. Okay.
that's
Is
fair.
that my gimmick? I want a different gimmick. Being English sucks. It's just an equally noticeable trait.
All right, I'll take it over for you.
Fuck off. No, I'm done. I quit.
It was nice having a podcast while it
Here,
lasted,
Jade.
but I
Here,
guess
Jade.
this
I've
is
I've given you a gift. I
Behave.
feel
Yeah,
I
Zach,
feel this
please.
represents what just happened particularly well.
I'm Jade. I am on the internet most places at Jade Oxford Rose. My pronouns for the time being are they, them. And I am the one with the most obnoxiously dyed hair. Not that you can see it right now.
Ooh.
That I am happy to base my entire personality around.
fair.
That's valid.
I mean, I'm non-binary, so I think that's somewhere in the bylaws about having
Yeah.
dyed hair.
I've heard
true.
that.
Yep.
It's rough, but
And well, you've got to have dyed hair and piercings or tattoos.
I mean, I have all of those things.
So
Yeah,
do I.
so you're good. You're good. All right, and I am August. You can find me on Twitter at Harpydora. You can find the podcast on Twitter at FTLcast or FTLcast.com. If you're here now, you probably know that already. If you're not, you're in for a treat. We're all very funny people, and you're going to have a good time. Yeah, so I think that's all of us.
Yeah.
So,
Everyone except Scooper, the secret sixth member of FTL.
Shout out to Mac, who can't be here today. But their
they're
presence
with
is
us in
surely
spirit.
felt. Mm-hmm. They're the short one.
I,
They
Wow.
are.
I think Mac is taller than me, actually.
I think they are too. I think Sam's the short one. Let's see. I'm the harpy one.
Mac has like awesome short person energy though, whereas
Mac
Sam,
does have.
you don't have short energy. I know you're a hobbit.
Do I not have
but
short person energy? I thought I had
you
like
have hobbit
short person
energy.
rage energy.
You have rage energy, sure.
I do have rage energy. I have short person energy the same way Edward Elric has short person energy, which is to say,
You're short and you're mad about it.
exactly. For
All right.
all right,
Let's talk about a vague setting for this quiet year.
yes, let us do so. What are we doing for our
So,
setting for this quiet year? What
yeah,
genre
it's
are
just
we
like
going for?
it's like general terrain and habitat, right? Like, what is it, biodome? What is it? What they call like weather
Biome?
areas? Biodome?
The biome?
Biome. Thank you, Zach.
Sure.
Well, we've done the seaside before, very well established.
We certainly did do the seaside.
We could do the woods. I spent 2 weeks in the Midwest, and they got all sorts of crazy woods out there.
We do have all sorts of crazy woods out here. Let's do sort of
Oh,
The
what if
lush.
it's like, mm? What?
I was just
the
had like a
lush
lush, like
forest.
like
Mm.
a Great Lakes kind of thing where there's just trees every fucking place you look.
So, like those sorts of trees rather than like rainforesty trees,
Yeah.
like more cooler. Okay, wicked. I dig that.
Yeah,
Do
we love
we
the
like the
woods.
idea of it being a setting that was once technologically advanced and no longer is, but there are remnants of it? Or is this more
Yes.
like, all right then?
Sure.
I
Yeah.
Well,
love that.
didn't we do that the last time we played the quiet year
I
though?
mean,
But that was a very
it's
different
honest.
flavor.
Yeah,
True.
like the book for the Quiet Year has like art of like ruined tanks and buildings, and
Yeah.
it's
That's
like
Mhm.
true. So we
cars.
always sort of it's fair to head there.
Yeah,
I do want to suggest, since we're talking about biomes, I would like to make sure our biome is one with unique seasons. Like, I know the book makes reference to like the frost shepherds and stuff, but woods can be any number of things. Forests can be in any number of climates. So I
Mhm.
just I'm wishing for unique seasons because of where I live, where there are none. You have pollen and you have not pollen, and those are the two seasons.
Oh, so you mean distinct seasons?
Yes.
Because I thought you were like, what does winter look like? And I was worried I was going to have to get real
I
creative
mean,
thinking in a way I wasn't quite prepared for yet.
I don't live someplace where we get winter, so what does winter look like?
looks like
Mm.
snow.
It looks like shit. It looks like
Yeah.
cold and unhappy.
There's like frozen lakes and white blankets and not a lot of going outside.
Cozy hunkering down.
Maybe playing some hockey.
Maybe playing some hockey.
I did field hockey at school, so
Pretty cool.
That is pretty
yeah,
cool.
I wasn't bad at it. But there is something very liberating about like just charging around carrying a big stick with an excuse to hit people. You're not supposed to, but you're supposed to hit something. It's very good for young people.
Mm-hmm.
That is fun. I'm gonna pick a color to draw in that is not brown because right now it's trying to get me draw in brown, and that's harder
I'm
to see.
just making these brief notes at the top of just some of the
Hell yeah.
points we
Sure,
made.
sure. Yeah, so
love
it
it
So
says each of us should introduce one detail about the local terrain. When we introduce our detail, we should sketch your contribution onto the map. These
Yes.
I
sketches
didn't mean
should
to
be.
take contempt. Why is that with me?
That was
Oh, I
because I
took a
made an
contempt for
Austin
you as a
Powers
joke
voice.
earlier.
I see. I missed it. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. That's when I was like, "Here, I've given you a gift." That was when I put the contempt token on there for you.
I appreciate it. But yeah, what are some elements you want to see? Zach, to continue the tradition of putting you on the spot and making you go first in a way you're not
Yeah.
used to.
Well, I know what it is. We're gonna
Cool.
be. If we're in the Great Lakes region, we're in the Midwest. There's gonna be a big lake.
Appreciate
I like
and
that you.
amused by the censoring of the swear.
I was going to say, I like that you hesitated to swear there. It was very funny.
There's gonna be a big lake.
Big lake. Like,
Big.
yeah,
It's good.
I could pick a custom hex code, except I don't have my favorite hex numbers memorized anymore.
Oh.
It's
Well,
fine,
that is
just-
some powerful art kid energy right there, Samwise.
No, it's mostly
God.
powerful designer energy, as in I spent like 3 weeks using the same 4 colors at one point,
Mhm.
and so I did have all of those hex code memorized.
Oh, I have another detail about this.
Hell
Lake
yeah.
is
Mhm.
that it is near the site of a destroyed dam.
Ooh,
Nice.
So
dig
Love it.
during
that.
the
Love
situation,
that.
this dam, the levee broke, and this region, or partial, like a deeper part of the region, flooded,
Ooh, that's
leaving us with
fun.
this big freshwater lake with some stuff in there, probably.
Nice. I was gonna introduce the water feature, so thanks, I guess. Now I have to come up with something different on the spot.
Yep.
Oh shit, I have a graphics tablet again. I don't have to draw with my mouse.
Hell yeah, I am already drawing with my graphics tablet. It used to be that Roll20 would give like really good, like clean lines on graphics tablets, and it's just stopped. Like something what happened. I am gonna put down the I love this broken dam, it's beautiful. I love that you're really like going all in on like drawing with like lots of different colors, whereas usually we like all pick a color, and so we can always tell like whose stuff is what in the game. But I like
Well,
this.
mine is like red, and I couldn't make a red lake. That would be a different thing.
That would be a different thing.
Different,
It's
very
true.
different energy.
It's true. I am gonna put down that shit. Like as I was starting to say it, it like ran away out of my mind. Of course,
We'll run after it.
I'm running after it. I'm going. I'm chasing it.
You
Okay,
better go catch it.
while you're thinking, I know what mine. I've got an idea for something.
Damn it! All right, go ahead.
No, if you can remember, Jaws, you go.
I
It'll keep.
can't. It's okay.
Quick,
Oh.
Shade, pick whatever Sam is going to pick.
I think the trees of this forest are incredibly old and incredibly tall.
God damn it, Jade.
Yes, good job, Jade.
I am so powerful, snatching the ideas from my friends'
Ah,
brains.
Just like plucking them out wholesale from our brains. Okay,
Hmm I'm
draw
just
us
going to
some
put a
big
very
fuck
tall.
off
I'm going to
trees.
do it. This is a very tall fuck off tree.
Oh, big fuck off tree. Okay,
This is representative. This is a vibe.
okay, it's a
Like the
vibe.
kind of trees that you
Like
need, like
sequoias, like
Yeah.
big trees,
Your California redwoods.
Yes.
if you insist.
the ones where you have to have like 20 people holding arm in arm to go around the tree.
The kind of
This
tree that you
one
can carve a
tree,
tunnel into it for a road to go through, and the tree will stay alive.
yeah, this is
Oh, that's
indicative
really true.
of the tree line maybe around our community because drawing a tree is hard enough.
Yeah,
So fair.
there's like
I am going to
I hope
say
you all enjoy my tree.
there could
I'm
be
going
just
to
one
put another
particularly
water
big
feature on the
tree.
map and say that there is a stream that runs uh into the lake from like
Mm.
over here. So whereas all
Mm.
of this is like so whereas all of this is like kind of flooded um we've also got a very sort of sedate stream that just sort of winds its way into the lake.
I like what you were just saying, Zach, about like even in this forest of trees that there is like a particularly large sort of like the mother tree, whatever in Avatar, or I just read a very good Star Wars fic that had a big ash tree that people called the Guardian,
Mm-hmm.
but something that's sort of like the heart. Maybe it's they call it the heart tree.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. I would, and also Sam, I would imagine that if it was a sedate stream, it's probably flowing out of the lake rather than into the lake, because there would
Mm.
be for it to be a lake that had a dam that broke, there would have been a river that had been like dammed
Yeah.
and forded that then
That's
broke out
true.
and
That's true. So the sedate
drained.
stream is going out. But that means I might have to change where my
The
oh, it
direction
only
looks
goes
good.
one undo at a time. That's unfortunate.
No, that looks fine. We know that it could be flowing down.
Yeah.
I just have to
Mhm.
put an
Well, that's
arrow in the
great.
opposite direction.
There was an arrow on it.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Okay.
Here, I'll take my heart off of your heart tree because you drew it. There we go.
So I'm gonna do something that I enjoy and think can be very spooky because deep forests are spooky. Um, I'm going to say that one of the landmarks near us is a large staircase to nowhere. Like we don't even really know, like there's not even like foundations around it to indicate it was part of a house. It's just some overgrown stairs that go up like a story and a half in like a spiral fashion.
That's
Sure.
very fun and sexy. I love that.
There you go.
Why are you?
Aren't we technically not supposed to write words on the map? Isn't that one of
Technically.
the rules of this game?
Technically, I think,
Guidelines.
but
These aren't describing too much, and I'm very sorry,
It's true.
Avery. You can come fight me. I'm very
We
sorry. I've ruined
apologize,
the
Avery
spirit of your
Alden,
game.
for ruining your game.
my thing. Why are you like this, Roll20?
Because
Yeah.
Roll20 hates us.
Yes, roll.
So while August battles Roll20, we have to each of us has to declare an important resource.
Mhm.
And something we either have, and then one of them will be in abundance. The rest gets listed as scarcities.
Mhm.
Given that we have a big ass freshwater lake, I feel like we have an abundance of clean water.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily. We could have an abundance of clean water, but we could also have a scarcity of clean water because something's fucked up about the water.
Well, that could happen
No,
later.
no, it's a big lake. It's a big lake. It's a big good lake. Lake is
Well,
good.
I'm taking fresh water, clean drinking water, as a resource for the community to be
Sounds good.
argued if need be for it to
Hell
be a
yeah.
scarcity.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna take
I'm
I'm
pro
gonna
water.
take building materials like wood as my resource.
I've got a reason for why it could be scarce.
Excellent.
For my resource, I want to do sunlight because it could easily be scarce or plentiful either way in a forest.
Ooh, that's really cool.
Oh,
I should
so
probably write these down somewhere.
it looks like we each declare an important resource. We don't decide at first which one is in abundance, which one's in scarcity, and then what we do at the end of that process is should say one of them is in abundance, the others are scarcities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying it could go either way, so, or it could be
Yeah.
fun either way, so that's why I'm picking it.
Building materials. You know what was
So
yours?
yeah.
Sunlights.
Mine was water. Yes, we've got sunlight, water, building materials. What's the last resource, Zach?
Let's say agriculture. Is that good? Agriculture? Like
Agriculture.
I mean, food.
not specifically like crops,
Yeah.
farming.
Yeah. Was it choosing a resource makes it important if it wasn't already? So if we were to pick like agriculture, that means that maybe we can't harvest just from the land and we have to cultivate stuff we need. So that totally works.
Yeah. Or yeah, I was gonna say like it kind of in the maybe the opposite direction is you there's so many trees there's no fields. And so you don't have anywhere to plant like lines of crops.
Mm-hmm.
There's no room for it.
Cool.
That's what I think.
Yeah. All right. So, where are we writing these down?
We have a doc if we want to stop writing stuff on the map because you normally have
Yeah.
like an index card for stuff. So
Yeah. We have a Google
let me
Doc.
pop. We do. Let me pop a thing for
Is that coming through?
resources.
Is what coming
I
through?
thought I shared the link.
I have it. Yes, resources. There we go. I also really appreciate that the Roll20 comes with the font that was used for the book. I find that very fun.
Yeah.
So
And
water,
for all of those
sunlight.
listeners who haven't been listening to us since season 1, the reason we're using chickens as contempt tokens is because we did so uh in season 1, and in fact they are on the cover of our podcast. There
Yep.
are a couple of tokens in the bag on the cover of our podcast that have chickens drawn on them as a reference to the chicken contempt tokens.
So
Isn't that
water,
fun?
sunlight, agriculture, and building materials, correct? Just to clarify.
Yes.
Alrighty.
So, which one of these do we want to be scarce? I think that sunlight being a
Well,
scarcity could be really interesting, or rather,
No,
which one do we want to be abundant? The rest of
Yeah.
these scarcities.
Water.
Yeah, water abundance,
as
and then everything else
I-
scarce.
yeah.
Man, may I make a case for like the ability to farm being abundant?
Okay, hit me. What's the
Because
case?
like so indigenous cultures in the United States did a lot to cultivate like the
Ooh.
lands around them such that they could be used to gather resources from. And I think it could be cool if our culture were also participating in that. And it could be interesting. It is also interesting to me that the lake is not a source of drinkable water.
Yeah,
But
I also think that could be kind of cool.
but I will go with the majority. That is just my case.
Wait, I'm sorry. So, how does it work? What are you saying?
I'm saying that like indigenous cultures, kind of cultivated the land around them, and like European cultures don't necessarily recognize that as quote unquote agriculture as such, but working with the native plants of the area to kind of the only word I can think of is terraform, but that's not the right word. Not terraform, but like build the area around so it does yield food, so it yields things that are necessary for survival, as opposed to just planting crops in a line. But like I said, if we all want to go with freshwater, then let's go with freshwater.
I just don't know enough about that other form of agriculture to like. Yeah, I don't know about that.
And
Okay.
that could always become a project, like working out ways to use
Yeah.
and address that scarcity, because I think that is interesting. But like Zach, I don't know a whole bunch, but I like it being something we're going to acknowledge and maybe introduce for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Because he's cool. I
Yeah.
am just unknowing.
I think it would be interesting if we were living like I think like narratively the tension would be interesting if we were living on the side of this huge lake, but we couldn't use the water for some reason.
Not use it for anything.
Or maybe it's not drinkable. Like maybe or maybe so I don't know. The idea that comes to mind is that like there's something in the lake that is leaking or something. Like there
I
is
mean, it would be corpses.
I had it.
gross, awesome.
Oh, so Lake
Sure.
Lanier.
If it's a lake that's full, if it's a flooded, it could be a flooded town. Like this, there was a place before this that was when the dam was destroyed. It flooded. Like that would be what it would make that potentially toxic water.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I like leaning into that, and maybe it's like it's also like superstition. Like people won't drink the water because of what's below the surface.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Sure.
I like that.
In which case, so we have a scarcity of water for definite. A scarcity of sunlight makes sense if we're
Yeah.
talking about this very deep tree. So what do we have? Like enough, what do we have an abundance of? Building materials or the means with which to produce and cultivate crops of some kind through whatever means we happen to be using?
Well, there's certainly a lot of trees around.
Yeah, I have an idea for why that could be a scarcity.
Feels
Ooh.
like we just feels like I gave a hypothetical and then suddenly we switched from what we were doing. And
Sorry. Yeah, we can go. We can. That
I
is
just was
fair.
like, this is what would cause a lake to be undrinkable or toxic. I never I didn't.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Yeah. So I mean, we get to decide. We are the players. What do we want to do?
But I already made my like
Fair enough. Yeah. All
said
right.
the thing that I
Let's go
wanted.
with it.
So we just
Yeah, if you
flipped.
have a
We took me
Yeah.
for a
okay.
switcheroo.
Well, in which case, if we're going to go with an abundance of water, for whatever reason, um, a scarcity of sunlight, a scarcity of so it's agriculture. The reason why I think we have a scarcity of building materials is the trees are alive in the sapient sense and get real shitty with you if you try to chop them down. Like there's I forget what it's called, but you know how they sometimes say like all the roots of a system you see it with mushrooms are intertwined beneath the ground and it's like a
Are we
network, a
talking
nervous
about the
system.
mycelia? Are we talking about the mycelial connections between
We
plants?
might be talking about but either way, the forest is alive in a way. Maybe sapient, it's not that level, but there is a level of sentience and awareness that if you were to start, like maybe you can take a certain amount of like pieces when you trim stuff for health and things like that, but you can't just walk into the forest and chop stuff down because it has like severe consequences. Like with the human, if you just chop off their arm, they could go into shock
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it could kill them. Like that, but on a foresty scale. Like this is true of like trees too. If you chop off too much of a living tree and trimming it, it'll kill it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very interesting because I was gonna be like, well, what if the trees are just super hard? But I get
Mm-hmm.
probably more. It's probably cooler if they're like weird magic trees.
Hmm.
Not
I mean,
magic.
the notion of us not having tools strong enough to cut down these massive fuck off old trees is also very good.
Yeah, we need to get a diamond axe.
Hmm.
We cannot devolve into Minecraft talk. I like August is already on the edge.
Me and
I'm
August have
on.
been playing Minecraft together for the past 2 weeks.
We're
Oh.
on thin fucking ice.
We're on thin
Mm-hmm.
fucking ice. We gotta keep her. We gotta stay.
Okay, so we have our features, we have our starting features, and we have our starting resources.
Mm-hmm.
Time to get into play.
So yeah, I think we can get into play. The basic unit of play in the Quiet Year is the week. Each week is a turn taken by one player with play proceeding clockwise around the table. Weeks should take an average of 2 to 3 minutes to complete. Ha ha. During each week, the following things happen. The active player draws a card, reads the relevant text aloud, and resolves it. They follow all bold text. If there are any projects going, those tick down. Any finished projects are updated. And the active player will choose and take an action. They can either discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. And most of the cards will have two options to choose from. And it might be asking a question, bringing bad news, or creating new opportunities. Uh,
I
so
love this
yeah.
game so much.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Oh
Just a
yeah.
reminder that the decks are out of order, so the top deck is actually autumn. It's the third deck down that's spring.
Perfect. So the card that I just drew says, a charismatic girl convinces many to help her with an elaborate scheme. What is it? Who joins her endeavors? Start a project, reflect. Or, A charismatic young girl tries to tempt many into sinful or dangerous activity. How is this the first card? Okay.
Classic.
Classic. I think what makes this game a lot more interesting is giving a name to every character when you create like a character like this, or when like the game prompts you to create a character. So, this is the first week of spring. It's the first week of spring, and already a charismatic young girl has convinced people that um that we don't know enough about the forest. So what we need to do is gather as many people as possible. I'll say maybe 4 people come with her and climb up into the trees to try to figure out more about what's going on with these old, weird, tall trees. And
Sure.
this
They're
girl's name
reconnaissance mission.
is I'm not going to fantasynamegenerators.com right now. Uh
Her name is Felicity Point Blank.
Not your turn to
I
name a
love that for
character,
her.
but okay. Her name could be Felicity Point Blank.
Gotta be quicker. No, you can name her whatever you want.
I mean, I was going to fantasynamegenerators.com anyways, so like I didn't have a good idea. Sure. So Felicity has gathered up a couple of people and said, we're going to climb up into the trees and we're going to survey the area and see what we can see. And that's going to happen here. And so we're going to put down, we're going to delete this card.
draw some
And
binoculars. Draw some binoculars.
well, first I have to put a d6 down on the board. And I think it's going to take 2 weeks. And they're going to climb over here. And that means I get to draw. No, I don't want text. Freehand. I get to draw something that I'm not going to draw in this gold color because it's not going to show up very well. I'm going to go with everybody's picked all the colors. I'm going with purple. Cool. I'm going to draw a girl that is gold. Purple. So she is climbing the tree.
Very
Fun.
good.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So are we going along the bottom of the thing? So that means that obviously
Sam
you still have
needs to do an
you still have
action.
stuff to do.
I
but
still
I'm
need
just-
to do my action, and
Yeah.
for some reason, something is holding down the 0 key on my computer, and it is just going fucking buck wild.
Oh boy.
Hello? Oh, I see. My microphone was straight up standing on my numpad. So my
But then
action
it'll
for this
be
turn.
you, Zach, after Sam.
It
So
will.
my action for this turn is I am going to discover something new, and what I'm going to discover is a series of interesting shapes poking out of the ground here that appear to be some sort of ruin. And it looks very technological. There's all sorts of blinking lights on it, and those are blinking lights. That's a blinking light.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. And with that, I believe my turn is over.
You can even like boom. That's a blinking light.
Hell yeah! There we go. That's a blinking light.
Nice.
Here, I'll make one of these. Oops. I'll make one of these red as well. There we go. Those are some fucking blinking lights right there.
Some science. All right. So it's me.
Yeah, if you look at the overlay, if we're going clockwise and Sam started, you would be next.
The thing is, we have 3 different things
We have 3 different turn orders at this
that we
point.
could be using because there's also the Roll20 order and there's the Discord. Okay, so yeah, clockwise from the overlay.
Yeah,
It
what
is
the
me.
viewers can see.
what the viewers can see. Cool. All right, then I will draw a card for spring. Yeah? Yeah.
Yep.
Where does everyone sleep? Who is unhappy with this arrangement and why? Or what natural predators roam the area? Are you safe? Okay. 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 Well, this is great because it means that I get to make a weird creature.
Oh, yes, we love a weird creature. Let's go.
Yeah, and so there are predators that roam the area. But they, as long as you are in a group, they don't attack. They are ambush predators who pick off single targets, and they are they appear to be to resemble leopards with ram's horns.
Sick.
And what they do is they kind of
fuck.
sneak through the trees and then they just launch themselves head first from the trees and knock you out
Love
by
it.
slamming their ram's horns into your head. And then while you're dazed, they like get you. So I'm going to draw that. I know how to draw it.
What are we doing with the discarded cards, or once they've been drawn?
Sam just deleted his, so I guess that.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
deleted mine.
Cool. As long I didn't want to fuck anything up. I'm just asking ahead for my
Nah,
turn.
it's fine.
I'm drawing it kind of big, but I'm going to make it smaller afterwards.
I love this already, Zach. I need you to know.
Thank you.
Do you have a name for this ram-horned leopard creature?
Yeah, they're give me just a brief moment to think. They are called they're called mortar cats because they like drop on you like a mortar shell.
Nice.
That's fun. I like that. All right. Now we get to tick this down by 1.
Yeah.
Choose side. 1.
And then I am. God damn it! There we go. I am going to.
So the 3 things you can choose from are discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to start a project as well. Is that there's a fella named Bertrand Castor, who is like, these things would make great hunting companions. So I'm going to try to catch one and train it. Maybe find a little cub that you can train from youth, or maybe just try to condition an adult. We'll see how it goes. And he's gonna do his best.
How many weeks do you think it will take?
He's gonna. Oh, how about that? I rolled a d6. I'm gonna say it takes 3 weeks. For something to show for it.
Do you have to roll for the number of weeks, or can you just pick?
No. It's just that rolling a d6 gets you the little clickable token.
This is true.
You can just drag it under the screen.
Dope.
All right, that is me.
Alrighty.
So if we're going clockwise, that means it's Jake's turn.
It is. It's on me. Someone new arrives who, or two of the community's younger members get into a fight. What provoked them? I think someone new arrives, and I'm just thinking about, well, what that would look like.
Mm-hmm. But there's all these rivers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the notion like somebody has followed the water here.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to think of a name. And what the fuck their vibe is. Alright, I'm imagining this person looks like they'll be played by Doug Jones in the movie of this Quiet Year game. So very long limb, like elongated limbs, very delicate, and there's something almost avian about their movements. Whereas this sort of, I tell you, as they came by, very like it's an anthropomorphic heron. It's like that kind of a vibe, like long, spindly legs, pointed, beaked face.
Long boy.
And their name. Look, I want to get weird.
Hell yeah.
Love to be weird. This is introduces themselves as none of these names are inspiring. And that name looks just too much like, don't you tut at me.
Name generators. I only have
I
one
use
name
them for
generator.
inspiration. Shut your face.
Of course, I'm sorry.
Hey, okay. Time gone by, but time is spelt like the herb.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Birdman. I say bird person. They them pronouns.
Bird person. What is time here to do? Were they just exploring, or are they here with wares?
I like they're a traveling little bit of like a rag and bone man, just like collects things on their travels and moves from settlement to settlement, like to trade, to see what you've got and to sell you what they've got.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's see your best time gone by on the map.
I have just been presented with my dinner because time has been bastard today.
It is going by.
So let me think so slowly and yet. What are my options? Start a project, discover something new, or hold a discussion.
You gotta draw time gone by on the map, though. You gotta draw time gone by on the map.
I need to also eat this food that I have just been presented with.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Sorry, I didn't understand that was a response to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and capture the vibe of this strange bird person.
Hell yeah.
Let's hold a discussion. I think Time is the first person from outside the community that's made the effort to travel out here. I think it's not necessarily deliberately secluded. Maybe it's possible to travel to another settlement nearby, but people don't come here. So this is new and scary. Or interesting. Who knows?
So is it like are there people scared of us? Do people know we're out here?
It might just be because it's a deep forest and with the flooded
safe.
dam, maybe people think it's dangerous. Like, I don't think it's necessarily us that scare people, but rather it's like it's not an easy place to necessarily get to, and people don't know what's here.
Sure.
So I can choose to open with a question or a declaration. I have to start it and it goes clockwise. Everyone gets to weigh in once, sharing a single argument comprised of 1 to 2 sentences. If you opened with a question, you get to weigh in last. If you opened with a declaration, that's it for you. A discussion never results in a decision or summation process. Everyone weighs in and then it's over. This is how conversations work in communities. They are untidy and inconclusive affairs. Okay. Should we be doing more to encourage people to visit the settlement?
In what order should we answer?
It would start with August.
Okay.
We've got few enough resources as it is. We don't need another mouth to feed.
When you say settlement, I'm not even sure quite what you mean. What settlement? We're barely out here. We don't really have much going on for us. I don't think anybody should come visit us yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's one should have things to visit to have visitors.
Harsh.
I hear what y'all are saying, but like we are gonna become stagnant if we just lock ourselves away from the rest of the world.
And that's the end of our discussion.
No
I love the
rebuttal.
quiet year.
All right.
All right.
All
I'm
right.
gonna take a point of contempt.
Ooh.
I thought about it, but I'm good for right now. So
Yeah,
all
I
of
don't
the
like Jade's answer, so... Or at least my pseudo, the person who commented, doesn't like Jade's answer, so contempt.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? My fun little character also doesn't like Jade's answer, so I will also take a contempt token. So so it seems like Felicity Point Blank has finished her little investigation up into the trees with her like 3 or 4 friends. And what she has discovered is that there are mountains to the north. Great big mountains that the trees up until this point have obfuscated. I'm gonna draw some mountains. And there does seem to be some sort of building on the sides of the mountains, as though they were being mined. But anything else is unclear from the distance we were viewing them from.
I cannot move all of him. How annoying. This is time.
Love him.
This is a very
Love
artistic rendering. He's wearing
They're
a poncho.
beautiful.
Thank
Yep.
you.
I love them.
I don't know how to, because I had to do it in 2 pieces, I don't know how to move it all at once.
Where do you want them to go?
Oh.
Let's put them at the base of the river, because, like, implying that that's where they came from.
There.
Other end, bottom of the map.
Oh. There.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay.
Zach, don't forget to take your project down one.
Tick your project down, yeah.
Of course. Click.
All right. I shall draw now.
Whoop, whoop.
Ooh.
What's the most beautiful thing in this area, or what's the most hideous thing in this area?
I've always liked this question.
I think the most hideous thing in this area is the burnt out, busted stump of the first tree that we tried to kill that also tried to kill us. And I'm
Dope.
putting it on the other side of the river because
Nice.
we don't go there anymore.
Doing the same thing I did. Here, I'll delete it for
I'm
you.
trying to select the card. Thank you.
No worries.
So that's the most hideous thing in the area. And let's see, we've only got one project going. I feel like we should have another project, and I'm trying to think of what it should be. I kind of want to try to address one of our resource scarcities.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we're working with time, because time might have, picking time's brain to try to figure out a way, like, clearly places other than us can get resources. Like, this forest is big. Maybe someone elsewhere has come up with a way to get building materials out of this forest. And so kind of working with time, applying their any knowledge they might have from outside, uh, to try to. It's not. Oh, for fuck's sake, there we go. Oh my god. Let me freehand.
Free them. And their hand.
Here we go. Just somebody talking to time and, enlisting time's help in trying to resolve the building supplies problem. I think I think this is not an easy problem to solve, so I'm going to put this as a 6-week project.
Nice.
Oh god, it's my turn again. Okay.
Oh
wait, no.
We've got to tick down
Yes.
Zach's project.
Yep. So, zoned out for a second there.
Okay. Whoops. There's a large body of water on the map. Where is it? What does it look like? Got it. Or there's a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it? Why is it abandoned? Okay. I think that this dam was once a let me delete the card first. I think that, I'm moving my microphone closer to my face so that you can actually hear me. This dam used to be a hydroelectric power plant. And so I'm going to draw the power plant.
The Hoover Dam.
This is a power plant. It has smokestacks, but for steam from the water. No, this isn't how it's a power plant. Just trust me.
It's the movement of the water that makes turbines move that then generates the
Yeah, no, I
electricity.
realized that as soon as I said that. I was like, wait, that's not how these work.
Yeah, isn't it a geothermal plant?
It's a power plant, just trust me. It's a shorthand, it's a symbol.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a map.
You're a shorthanded symbol.
Shut up. Taking a contempt token just for that comment. No, I'm joking. And what I am going to do, I've always got the reference card open because even though I've played this game a number of times, it's still helpful. I am going to introduce a new. I like to discover something new. I like to just like populate the map with things. Um, but we don't have enough projects, I think. So I'm gonna start a project to go investigate the blinking lights over here. Um, I'm gonna draw a little magnifying glass here to show that we're investigating. And I think that this is gonna take perfect about 3 weeks. So we've got people on investigating these blinking lights over here.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Um, all right, Zach, let's resolve your dice because
All right. They. So Bertrand is like, all right, I have good news and I have bad news. Um, the good news is you can, if you get your hands on them young enough and like feed them food and stuff, you can definitely get them to be non-hostile. The problem is, and then he holds up one, and it's just like just limp in his hands as it like is just a lazy cat now. It seems that when they're not constantly fighting to get food, they kind of lose their edge, and uh, they're not very vicious. So maybe not hunting companions, but good pets.
great
I'm
pets.
taking a point of contempt.
Oh no!
I want you to know that it hurts me, Jade, to say about the domestication of cats is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in the world of this settlement, I feel like there was. I don't need to explain myself to you. Shut up.
All
I'm
right.
letting it down.
Okay, Zach, it's your turn, I think.
Shit. Okay. Uh, 4 of spring. What important and basic tools does the community lack, or where are you storing your food? Why is this a risky place to store things? We still have, yeah, building materials is a thing. So I think, yeah, and we've talked about it before, but let's codify it. Is that we just don't have, like, in addition to like these trees having kind of like a sort of essence to them, we also just have a really hard time harvesting materials from them because the tools we can make with like stone equipment just don't cut it up and down. That's the situation. They simply don't cut it in every sense of the word.
They sure
We
don't.
we need metallurgy. We don't have like access to the stuff we need to perform metallurgy.
Mm. Bet you there's a bunch of scrap metal out in the ruins, though.
Yeah, probably. And who knows what they're mining in those mountains?
Exactly.
Uh, all right. So you're gonna take down your projects,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna hold a discussion. I am going. Okay, so so I
You can
can
start with a
declare
question.
something.
Yeah, you either
Uh,
start with a question, which means you'll get to answer it at the end, or you can declare something and leave it at that.
cool. Yes, then I'll ask a question, which is, should we should we organize scavenging parties to get what we can't get here?
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was like, Jade?
I'm making notes in the document so we can keep track of shit.
Ah, thank you.
Frankly, I don't understand why we haven't done that already. Like, we know there's places nearby. We should make the most of it.
All right.
August? August?
I'm
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
It's okay.
I agree. We need to do this no matter the cost.
I mean, I'm all for it. I think that going out and getting us some good stuff is probably a good thing. You know? Can't be nothing but a good thing at this point.
Well, I guess we better start doing it then.
All right.
I
Resounding
put my
success.
I
Mm-hmm.
put my contempt token back because my person is being selfish and wanting to do stuff no matter what, or who gets hurt. So
Yeah.
Ooh. You see a good omen, what is it? Or you see a bad omen, what is it? I think this omen, I'll decide if it's a good or a bad one in just a second, is nobody knows how it happens, but the water, this is what comes up from hanging out Americans. It's water, god damn it. Fuck's sake.
What?
I hate you all. I'm just saying like water, like with the soft
Water.
T in the middle,
Oh,
because
Water.
I hang out with a lot of Americans.
You do hang out with a lot of us.
Uh-huh.
We love you.
Yeah, I love you guys too. The water of the lake turns an inky black. It's
Spooky.
like, yeah, it's like, and it's not permanent, um, but it is unmistakable. Like the sun rises one day, and when the people that live nearest the lake, it doesn't seem to get lighter in the way that water often does when it moves from night to day, and they realize that the whole lake is this inky black color and has this sheen to it. This feels more like a bad omen. Now I've said it.
Yeah.
So have that. And I'm going to start a project. Let's go for a little trip to the old hydroelectric plant and scavenge some materials. As we were just talking, there was a settlement discussion and everything. People seemed very impassioned about it. I don't think it's going to take 4 weeks. I think it's a 3-week job. So, all right. Oh, I need to add a visual of some kind.
why will it not let me? It's not letting me take a card. Deal.
Did we use up all the
Oh.
cards?
Couldn't possibly have, right?
Let me let's see. Can I cannot choose. Yeah, there's one card left, so it's not letting me,
Here.
cuz I should have, there should be one more card. Sam, can you like
Trying
choose
to
from
draw from a
that
deck with
deck?
no more cards. Run out of cards before dealing cards to all player. Yeah, it won't let us choose the last. Let me split. Have we already had this one?
No.
Okay, cool. Here you go.
All right. Are there children in the community? If there are, what is their role in the community? Or how old are the eldest members of the community? What special needs do they have? Um, I'm trying to decide because both are interesting. Um, I think there are children in the community. Um, their role, like I don't think that they do things like going out or anything like that. We keep the children all together because we don't want anything to happen to them. We don't want them to get picked off. Um, so I think their role in the community is they're the primary people who get us water. Um,
Mm.
so like, um, they're like water bearers. Maybe I don't know if this is stupid or not, but maybe the kids get called pails because they're always running around with pails trying to draw water
That's
from the
cute.
lake.
That's cute as hell.
That's cute as hell.
So I'm going to draw a little bucket to represent the kids.
Aw.
There. Little bucket next to the lake. That's what the kids do.
Nice.
Um,
Does this mean we're moving on to the next season?
Well,
we will be when my turn's done.
Yes.
but
Hell yeah.
did we remove
Mhm.
cards from the deck?
I think so.
Uh,
I think we might have I think I might have chosen the um shorter version of the game, basically, which just removes like 5 cards from each.
Yeah, because that's why I was
deck.
confused. Because you're like, oh, that's the last card. But there's 13 cards in each deck.
Yeah.
Under
But we're
normal.
gonna be here for like 6 hours if we try to do that. So
I just wanted to verify to double check that was what we were doing.
yeah, no, I think we're playing the abbreviated version of this game because we don't have like 6 hours to play because we're all terrible at taking our turn in like a minute or less.
I don't know. I've been doing okay.
You know what? We've actually
Um,
been doing okay this time. There's been
um,
less discussion than typical.
yeah. So I have ticked down my project. The other two
Me too.
projects need to tick down,
Done
and
it.
then
Multi-sided. Choose side. Ticked down by 1.
and then because I like spooky things, I'm going to discover something new,
Hell yeah.
and we're going to discover the remains of a fire. I'm gonna draw a fire, but it's really the remains of a fire next to the spooky spiral staircase that goes nowhere. So
This looks like a chibified Dragon Ball Z person.
it kind of does. I'm doing the best I can. Roll20 isn't
Cute. I'm just
recognizing my tablet.
It's
I
fine.
looked at it
We'll
and go
tell you,
like, that's
you
a
might be
little
able to.
chibi DBZ guy.
It does look like a little chibi DBZ guy. You can sometimes fuck with the way Roll20 works with your tablet by turning on or off Windows Ink.
That's too much trouble.
That's fair.
I'm just doing my mouse thing.
That's valid.
So that is my turn.
Excellent. All right, it is my turn for summer. Let's see what summer brings us. Someone tries to take control of the community by force. Do they succeed? Why do they do this? Or a headstrong community member decides to put one of their ideas in motion. Start a foolish project. Excellent. Okay. Um hmm.
I just had an idea.
Both of these could be potentially very good. All right, here we go. So, uh a a young man by the name of Moonstone has decided to try to fix the bad omen when the water turned black by washing the water with like a washing board. Like by taking the water and like putting soap in it and shaking it up in buckets. This man
Oh my
is
god.
20 years old. For
Is
2
that
weeks, he is going to spend
Jesus?
all of his day on his
I'm
own.
just gonna take it out of contempt there.
I'm also
He's
taking-
I had to think of the most foolish project I could in like the shortest amount of time. OP only gave me 5 seconds.
Don't put that evil on
choose-
me.
Choose a side. 2. Okay, so he's gonna spend 2 weeks trying to wash the water clean of whatever bad omen caused it to turn black. And I'm gonna draw a little
There's-
guy over here.
There's got to be a thing he's doing that's not just pouring soap in a lake. It's
He's
just
pouring soap in and the water. He's doing small scale testing. Let's say that. So he's got a couple of different buckets around him and he's just doing his best.
Okay, because there's a difference between foolish and farcical.
It's foolish, but he's trying to it would be really interesting if it works. It's a great point. But
Okay,
he's
what
basically
if-
trying to remove whatever this, because I'm guessing that when the water turned black, people stopped using water from the lake.
Yeah, I mean, I did say it wasn't permanent. That's what made it
Okay.
an omen. But I
Got
do
it.
like the notion of him just like, so it doesn't happen again. Like, what if rather than using a detergent or something, is just spending hours like with when you first said washboard, I just love the visual of somebody like, or like when you pan for gold, just like
Yeah.
sifting through water, just trying to find the source of it.
Oh, that is a much more interesting way of going
But it
about
also
it, and I
feels
like
less
that.
like he's a total dumbass.
Exactly, yeah.
It's just like, well,
he's
something
trying
turned
to-
it black, so we
Yeah,
got to
like-
find what it was so it doesn't
kind of-
happen again.
Exactly.
Ambitious and like kind of in a very like kind of not just ambitious way, rather than just like I'm a silly cartoon character.
Yeah.
I like the notion of I have this really good idea, and his methodology is flawed more than anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
That I do feel. Yes. What is this man's name is the real question.
You told
I thought
us
you said
it's
his name
You
was
said it was
Moonstone.
Moonstone.
I didn't give him a last name though. Well, I'll just call him
Oh.
Moonstone then.
Yeah,
He
How
is the
about
local
Moonstone Longshot?
Moonstone Longshot. Absolutely.
What an incredible name.
hmm
We're so good at naming things, guys.
Can't wait till Shatterstar shows up.
we're
It's
we're not going down that path,
This-
Zachary.
This means nothing to me.
no Richter, no Ileana. These are X-Men characters.
Incredible.
Longshot is a mutant with the power of luck. Anyway,
I see.
Ah.
Oh, also on this turn, the ticker on the investigation of the technology happens, and it seems to be some kind of computer that was in their investigations. This seemed to be some sort of navigation computer, potentially for weapons that may have caused this sort of general state of calamity that we now find ourselves in. But it could also be any number of other things. We weren't able to quite figure out what the computer was doing. But it seems like it has something to do with maps and navigation. So people now have a better sense of what this place looked like if they can get the screens in this computer bay working. Right now, all they have is in their investigations over the 3 weeks, they've figured out that like it's still on and it's clearly doing something because it's still blinking, but it seems to have something to do with maps and coordinates. That's what the input devices are telling them. And I feel like this place, there's a room that's some sort of control room, but it's a very like analog like kind of thing. Like think like Cold War era stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Reels and such.
Yes.
Punch cards, the like.
And is that oh, and now I get to do something. Now I get to take an action. Okay. I am going to I'm going to discover something new. And what they discover is that this computer room opens up into a much larger underground complex. Just love caves, y'all. Caves and caverns and things that are in the dark. It opens up into a much larger underground complex. This is the door of it, and it just is like this big mysterious, like it just opens up and it seems to go on forever.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, Zach.
I will draw a card from the summer deck. Whoop. Project finishes early, what led to its completion, or the weather is nice and people can feel the potential all around them. Start a new project. I'm going to. The hand of God is going to reach down to Moonstone and say, "Hey, you are right."
God? Sorry, continue.
Yeah, Moonstone has some. Mr. Longshot just has a wild bolt of inspiration, and like it's. I mean, I guess you can tell, like, because it's also your project, but like, I would think it's very fun if like somehow he succeeded.
In distilling the black ooze that turned the water black into like its purest essence to study it, perhaps.
Yeah, yeah,
But by complete mistake. Like he wasn't trying to do that.
yeah. He just he was like, all right, I'm gonna put it in a pot to boil. I've tried a bunch of other stuff, but I'm putting it in a pot to boil, and then it turns out it evaporates off the it evaporates at a faster rate than the water itself. So
Ooh.
like black steam, when you boil the water, like black steam starts rising off of it. He like holds a bowl over it, catches it all as like a kind of like grime in like the like coating the inside of this bowl, and you can just scrape it off and like start doing experiments on it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nice.
Incredible.
Here, I'll draw his little bowl of ooze.
Yeah. Okay, and let me double check something. And then also it looks like Time Gone By and the hydroelectric plant both tick down. So handle those first, and then I will give the thing that my action.
So I think the scavenging party from the hydroelectric plant have found like a bunch of reclaimed materials, stuff that they're able to remove. Like big, like I'm just like maybe like those big, like basically it's a bunch of stuff that they can use to build more solid shelters ahead of the cold months. Just like it's not ideal and it's not loads, but there is more there. But think there's like
Sheet
heavier
metal.
stuff. Yeah, stuff like that. And there's more at the factory, but it take more people and better tools to extract the materials.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Yeah, like metal siding and like maybe even like panels and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. So I think at the end of my project, what we conclude is that if we want to be able to use the trees for building materials, we're going to have to learn to speak their language and negotiate with them. Like, find
Nice.
some way to basically get them on board with us using them. But other communities have done it according to time, so we might be able to do it too if that's an avenue that we want to take, but that'll take more time, because again, I feel like addressing a scarcity like that should be a big project, so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And I am going to discover something new. It will be that one day Bertrand Castor and his mortar cat are walking along. This is an idea that popped into my mind on Sam's turn about like somebody attempting to take over the settlement. Is like some like bandit guy is like, I'm gonna get you to Bertrand. He's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get got. And then the cat, the lazy, happy fat cat, is like, the fuck you aren't, and springs into action. And we discover that while they're no longer great hunting pets, these mortar cats, when domesticated, make fantastic guard animals.
Nice.
They're very protective.
Big kitties, big kitties, big kitties.
Okay, I'm gonna put my. I don't care if I can do this or not. I'm putting a point of contempt back. Like when Bertram comes back and is like, "Yo," okay.
I'm
He
also
ate a
putting a
guy.
point
I'm
of
not
contempt
wasted.
back for the big kitties.
Yeah, I
Whoops.
was just walking along, and then this guy came out of nowhere. He's like, "Oh, I'm from a group of bandits, and we're gonna take over your town." And I was like, "Well, shit." But then
I love.
Fido ate him.
You named the cat Fido.
What else
I'm
you got?
taking a point of contempt.
Kind of a dog name, isn't it?
And I'm drawing a little heart.
And
It's
I
very
do like
good.
that the heart is the thing that shows that's the change you made to the map. It's very good.
Mm-hmm. I needed to make to. I had the idea. It was like, oh, if somebody was going to try to take over the town, then all the cats would just freak out and attack the invaders. But this is a smaller scale of that.
Very good. I love it. All right. Jade, you're up.
I know. Again, I'm trying to make notes
Yeah, I was gonna say, do
because
you want me to take
nobody
over
else
making notes
is
when it's your
doing
turn?
it. Yeah, sure. Just need to sum up like the rest of Zach's
Yeah.
turn.
Sorry, I don't want to tab out of
No, that's fair.
It's okay. I've got lots of monitor space. I have it open separately.
Also, you're not running the stream, which definitely
I'm also
helps.
not running the stream.
Oh, great. A project fails, which one and why? Or something goes foul and supplies are ruined, add a new scarcity.
Do we have any projects?
We don't have any projects right now.
Well,
Yep.
So go away, pop up, please. Something goes foul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity. Any suggestions, gang?
So, the only
Mhm.
scarcity I can think of that springs to mind is a scarcity of safety, because we now have bandits roaming near us.
Yeah,
It's true.
maybe. Yeah, no, I like that. Because Fido did a fantastic job. Unfortunately, now the bandits have an extra reason to come and try hassle us.
Yep.
what if
'Cause
they are
revenge.
from the mountain?
Ooh, yeah. Dig it.
Ooh, hello.
Love it.
Nice.
King in the mountain.
Who made him king? I didn't vote for him.
Mhm.
I'm going to start a new project, which is we're going to start moving into the underground complex and like just the first bit, like you would like with a mine, just like making sure the first bit is safe, getting lights there, figuring out is this viable shelter, is it safe to be here, like
Sanctum.
yeah, trying to work out if this is suitable for us to use or whether it should be sealed away and left all the fuck alone. I'm gonna call that. I feel like this is a really long-term project because it's just like they're just moving slowly to make sure it's safe. So I'm gonna call this a 6-week project. In theory. Come on. Okay, I will just have to roll another d6 because it doesn't want me to drag that one. A 6-week project. I'm going to attempt to draw something. There's no projects to tick down. I think that's my turn.
Excellent.
Wicked.
Do you want me to just delete the card? Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay, there's Summer.
Oh yeah, it's the bottom one.
Yeah. All right. Someone new arrives. Who? Why are they in distress? Or someone leaves the community. Who? What are they looking for?
Woo.
I think I want to do someone new arrives, and I think the obvious reason they're in distress is because we have bandits around.
Mhm.
But I'm trying to decide if I want to go with the obvious or not.
Are they like fleeing from the mountain?
Yeah, that's my knee-jerk reaction here is we've got someone who's fleeing from the mountain. Not uh they're not associated with the bandits, like maybe they've been expelled
Mhm.
or exiled from the mountains. Um and I think it's a young woman. Um oh man. Um uh I think her name is Amanda Kay,
Mhm.
'cause that flows nice. Um, and yeah, she's been exiled from the mountains, and the bandits have been chasing her, and she needs somewhere to hide because she does not want to get got by these people who hate her.
Mhm. Do we know why they hate her?
She hasn't said yet. She's afraid that if she says, we won't give her shelter.
Fair enough.
Understood.
So,
Fair enough.
let's see. I'm gonna draw a person. A person running. I'm going to put that person up
Hell yeah.
here just to represent that she's coming from the mountains.
Mhm.
Nice.
I dig it.
We've got so much space in the middle that we're not using. I feel bad
Yeah.
for putting her up in the corner, but that's okay. That's just where she goes.
You can throw
Um,
stuff in the middle.
We're leaving lots of empty spaces in our drawing
yeah.
maps.
Yeah. Um, did you take down the project aid? Looks like you did.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hold a discussion. Should we
Mhm.
even harbor this potential fugitive who's come here?
My thought is that she hasn't done anything wrong for us yet, and I think we should help her because if she's running away from the bandits, that means that, they're the bad guys and we're the good guys.
Is it me next?
Yes.
Well, I don't think anything could possibly be as cut and dry as that, but Fido likes her, so.
You people always with the pretty face girls show up. You're like, oh yes, we need to let them stay. Whereas bird friend man comes, nobody like. I don't. No, no. You're fickle.
I love our bird friend.
Oh,
I'm gonna put a contempt token back because my person is going to say she could have intel, and that's what matters.
ooh, nice. Take that.
So, being aggressive / selfish again, so.
Good shit.
Excellent shit.
All right, Samwise.
Alrighty. Here we go. Give me a summer card. Contingent within the community demand to be heard. Who are they? What are they asking for? Or, the contingent within the community have acted on their frustrations. What have they damaged and why did they damage it? Is it permanent? I think that a contingent within the community has vandalized the temporary living space of this young woman who has come into our community. And they damaged it because they don't trust her and they don't like her. But I don't think it's permanent. I think it's a lot of like they fucked up her campsite, but it can be rearranged.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna first delete the gigantic card taking up the entire space. And I'm going to put what is this girl's name again?
Amanda
K.
K.
Amanda. Amanda's campsite is going to go like here. But her tent has been like knocked down and her fire has been scattered. And, you know, just generally in disarray.
Sounds good.
So we're going to tick down all the projects, and I am going to start a new project to. Have we ascertained whether or not the bandits are coming from the mountain? Because I would like to have um a
Well,
bright young man named good lord. Named Puritan name generator on fantasy name generators just gave me just young as a name, and I
Oh
think that
my
is
god.
so funny that I am going to name this man Just Young.
Wait, like just first name Just, second name Young?
Yeah,
Cool.
because I think
Name like that is a heavy burden to bear.
I know,
Boy.
right? So he is going to go and see if he can parlay with whoever it is that lives out in those mountains.
Oh, who's he
And he is
taking with
going
him?
to he is going to take a small contingent of okay. So Amanda said that she is like being chased by these people. She doesn't want to go back.
No, she's been
Yeah.
exiled.
Or she's been exiled. So we're not taking her with us, but we're taking some sort of token from her. And then I think he's going with like 2 or 3 people and he's taking a big cat with him as well.
Mm. As far as
Is
whether
there
or not
more than
they're
is there
from
more than one cat that's been domesticated by this point?
Not yet,
Sorry,
I
what are they
don't
called?
think. And they could be.
Mortars.
The Mortar Cats. Otherwise, you just
Mortar
have to
cats,
ask
yes.
Bertram and Fido to come with.
That also
Yeah.
works.
And yes, like if we had like known, if we knew for sure that they came from the mountain, they do say we are here at the will of the king under the mountain. when they come and do their nonsense.
Mm.
So we I guess we don't know for sure, but we have that's their word on the matter.
I think that this young man, just young, or just young, if we're gonna be like, if his name is like just as in justice, and he's gonna spend 5 weeks going all the way there and all the way back. Oh, I didn't mean to roll 5d6s. That was a mistake. Not actually my intention there. Oops.
And one of them, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Yeah,
That
none
is
of them hit 5, which is very funny.
Incredible.
None of them hit the number I wanted. So yeah, he's gonna spend 5 weeks. Oh, I have to draw him. Going there and back again. Huh. uh, Here he is. He's got a little backpack on. He's ready. He's taking a hike with a big kitty with the bram horns.
Alrighty. So it's me then, yeah?
yeah.
So down 3rd of summer, 3 of summer. Summer is the time for production and tending to the earth, start of project-related food production, or summer is time for conquest and the gathering of might. Start a project related to military readiness and conquest. Well, we're not really very conquistador-y, so probably not that one. So what we're gonna do? Did you already start that, like talking to the trees thing?
No, not yet.
We've not started that. Okay. In that case, we're gonna have a chat with the trees. We're gonna start figuring out how we can organize the land around us, how we can work with it to get some better nourishment. Like we do
Oh,
a fair bit of like game hunting, like hunting game, not like hunting as a game.
Mhm.
But we need like a better. We've been like foraging a fair amount, but we need a more scalable solution. So I'm going to throw down a 4-week project on that. I'm just going to draw a bush and some berries because that's what we need.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
What action are you going to take this turn, Zach?
I am going to. Okay, I just had to put some berries on this bush. I'm going to everyone take down your stuff. But I
Mhm.
am going to discover something new. I am someone is looking through the forest and they're like, wow, this is like a weird hill. This hill is weirdly shaped. And then they find I'm and they're like, this hill almost looks like it's like shaped like a person. and they go to where the head would be if it was a person, and they pull aside a bunch of like dirt and stuff, and they see a cockpit.
Ooh.
It's there as a mech buried up to the shoulders in the middle of the forest.
Oh,
We love to
yes.
see it. Spin-off Echo game when? Very cool.
I mean, like, we all knew we were building a new, like, long-term setting here,
Like,
right?
this is how we be.
I never confirmed nor denied that personally. But if I can get a mech in there,
Hell yeah, we love mechs.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that's me.
Whoops.
All right. 6 of summer. Outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat? How are they vulnerable? Or outsiders arrive in the area. How many? How are they greeted? Hmm. I would rather, because we already have this sort of threat that's happening, that's in there, that's in process. So I think outsiders arrive. How many? How are they greeted? And because of who I am as a person, I think like something almost like a longboat starts making its way up down river through the settlement, and it is a traveling theater troupe, but rather than like coaches, they travel on like a longboat or a
Oh my
couple of
god.
longboats, and they like
Incredible.
fold open the top of one of the boats and it forms their stage, and they'll literally like use that for their performances. And I think they're greeted warmly because I think there's been like that bad omen and this talk of bandits, and this troupe of actors seem to have good intent. They're there just to like share stories and news of the wider world.
Mhm.
And I think a couple of them are human, and there are a couple of sort of anthropomorphic folk, a little bit like time. Um, what's a good animal to have as part of a set? I'll think of something else. Either way, just guys know that I'm going to be playing a member of this theatre troupe at some point in the future.
Poochin.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
Poochin man.
a what man?
Capuchin. Poochin monkey.
Ah, yeah, I love that. That's great.
It's very good.
I
Theater
also just
troupe
really
arrives.
liked the notion of just somebody utilizing like a part of like animal anatomy. Like I just love the notion of a kangaroo, to be honest. It just made me laugh. So fuck it, there's also a kangaroo person.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me delete that. Take down projects. Sam, I don't think the trip to the mountains is ticked down in a couple of rounds.
Oh shit, sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Choose side 4. Thank you.
I need to.
I don't think I ticked it down on Zach's turn either.
Yeah, I think you need to take it down too.
Forgot.
I'm gonna quickly draw something for the theater troupe, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a little stage over here because of who I am. It's not going to do anything, but that's that. That's like their boat stages unfolded. I will attempt to draw a little theater mask. God, I am not good at drawing, even or especially even with a mouse. And I'm going to discover something new for my turn
Hell yeah.
because I haven't discovered nothing new yet. This is the worst theatre mask I think I have ever drawn. I hope you're
Oh, it's
all enjoying
beautiful.
it.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's reading as I want it to read mostly. I think I've just made the strong bad of theatre masks right there. So good work, me. Hmm. The thing that has been discovered is at dusk and at dawn. Is that the gloaming or is the gloaming is the one just before dawn, right? Is that gloaming? I'm trying to
I think
remember.
so.
I mean, I've got to quickly check. Twilight or dusk. So, after sunset and just before nightfall. So, either way, good ship. A singing is heard, and nobody can pinpoint the source, but it's like, and it doesn't cause any compulsions or anything, but everyone is hearing it. And it does have a beckoning quality to it, but nobody feels compelled. But there's definitely like people are trying to figure out where is this song coming from that we're now all hearing. Let's just draw this here. I am so bad at drawing.
It's okay. You don't have to be good at drawing for the quiet year. That's not what it's about.
I appreciate your support. Please enjoy these attempts at musical notes of a song drifting on the breeze.
We love it.
There we go.
It's fantastic.
Hell yeah.
An
Good.
attempt at conveying meaning. All right, that's my turn.
Okie dokie.
Ooh,
Oh.
Ooh.
Summer is fleeting. Discard the top 2 cards off the top of the deck and take 2 actions this week. So we're gonna.
Well, this was the final card that we'll be drawing anyway, right?
for
Yeah, I
summer.
think so, yeah.
Mhm.
So I guess that comes off of autumn.
Yeah.
No, I deleted 2 cards from summer.
Oh, okay. So that's why it's
Which
now the last
leaves
card.
like, yeah,
Well,
which leaves like,
if we're removing 5 cards from every deck, we just hit 8, which is 13 minus 5. So you get 2 actions at the very end of summer when it would have ended anyway.
okay,
Yeah. Good shit.
yeah. So we take the top 2 off of autumn.
I mean, it's summer that's fleeting. We don't have to take. I don't think we have to do.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's true. Fair enough.
so
We just got lucky. We got a lucky draw.
yeah. Okay, so let's see. I've got 3 projects outstanding. I don't think I need to start a project just yet. So my first action is going to be a discussion, which is, I think that the play that's currently going on isn't good.
Oh, from the
From the theater troupe.
theater
I
I'm
don't
troupe.
taking
I don't
contempt.
I don't like the play that they're doing. I think that the acting is subpar and the storytelling isn't great.
I'm taking another contempt.
That's so funny. Why is it not?
So that means, Sam, you get to weigh in on the quality of the
Oh, is this a
theater.
discussion? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is a discussion. My first action is a discussion. It's silly, but I wanted
I
to
love
have
it.
it.
It's a
That's
declaration.
good.
It's definitely.
Yes.
I don't know. I think that the story is it's very evocative. It's confusing but on purpose. That's what art is supposed to be. It's supposed to make you think.
And the next is me. Yes, Jesus.
Mhm.
Every time I forget. I don't think it's that complicated at all. It's fine. Everyone's a critic.
I'm taking a point of contempt
I saw the
because
play and I understood it, so I don't know what's wrong with you. So it's like here's a here's a breakdown of the ending of Captain America. And it's like, fuck, what do you think happened at the end of Captain America? He fell in the boat.
Oh my god.
Here's our breakdown on Titanic. It's like it sank. That's Bertrand.
Jade, how do you feel about the play?
I think that we live or die by new ways of thinking. It doesn't matter if you hate it or if people love it, it's something else for people to see and talk about. I mean, he looks ready to punch you already for your opinion, so I mean, it's not boring.
Certainly isn't boring.
Okay.
All right, August, what's your second action?
My second action is I want to discover something new. I'm trying to decide what is new that I want to discover.
Oh, sorry.
I think one of the pails was out with a group of other kids after the show on the other side of the river. Like they'd gone to the other side of the river and discovered some looming shadows by the burnt out stump of the tree. So
Nice.
I'm gonna
Least
draw.
favorite kind of shadow.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw some looming figures. Don't know what's causing them. They're just spooky. Scared the Pales. Pales ran home crying.
Poor babies.
Nice. Before we move into autumn, can we take a little break? We've been at it a couple of
Yes.
hours
Let's make sure
now.
that we
Yeah.
tick down our
Yes.
projects.
I already did,
Okay.
Yes, I have already done so as well.
but thank you.
To all the viewers out there, everybody else, not just us on this stream, should get up, go get a drink of water, take a quick break, go stretch, just get a little bit of life in you.
Be back at 7 past.
Yeah, we're just
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
get a half
Sounds
hour
great.
nap.
All right, back in
Not
a few.
quite.
Not quite.
And we should be back.
Hello.
Welcome to autumn.
Welcome back, gamers.
Yes. Welcome to autumn. Whose turn was it?
It's Sam.
I believe it is mine, yes. I just tried to draw a card on the stream window rather than on Roll20 because I'm having a day.
Very good.
Yep. All right. First autumn card. Somebody returns to the community. Who? Where were they? Or you find a body. Do people recognize who it is? What happened? Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
Love a bit of drama.
Little bit of drama. Of course they're gonna find a body. Have you met me before? Of course they find a body. The body has washed upstream and is floating against the sides of the destroyed dam. Wait, damn it. No, there's too many things over there. I retract that statement. It didn't happen. There's nothing in the water here. Nothing to see here.
Mm-hmm.
This
Nobody
is not
look
a
at
place
this.
of honor.
This is not a place of honor. No. So they find a body. people immediately recognize it as one of the elderly members of the community. Farewell Abbott. That's the name of this person, Farewell Abbott. Unfortunate
Okay.
name. And they are discovered here, and they appear. Whoops. Oh, I had the wrong tool selected. They are discovered by the heart tree is what we called it, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They're discovered laying by the bottom of the heart tree, and they seem to have simply fallen asleep. Oh, I can't believe I managed to get those little eyeballs drawn in there.
Impressive.
Listening, they appear to just be sitting cross-legged, leaning up against the heart tree. Peaceful in many ways. But yeah, they're stone cold.
Peaceful in many ways, dead in many others.
Dead in many others, yes. They look like they just sat down.
I
They
just
they they look they look like they just sat down, like they were listening to something pleasant and just drifted off.
had an idea, and you probably should veto it, but I just
Mhm.
wanted to say it. Is that the weirdest thing about Farewell Abbott's body being found? Is that Farewell Abbott is still in town?
Ooh.
Now you
Love it.
don't have to do that.
I don't know that I am going to do that, but it is a fun thought.
Mm.
I do like that idea, though. I mean, it could get
Again,
very interesting.
this is part of watching of having watched an Uchikoshi murder mystery very recently.
I was gonna say it felt very like Junji Ito, just like duplicates found under the heart tree, kind of a
Yeah,
vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
it's good. I like it. I kind of want to keep it. It is very Ujikoshi, though. Yes. Fuck it. Whatever. Yeah. Farewell. Farewell's still in town. Farewell doesn't know what's going on any more than anybody else does either.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Maybe
very
we'll
fun and
never know.
sexy. I'm gonna put them on the characters board.
Alright. Projects tick down.
Projects tick down.
Hey, so the underground complex.
Hell yeah.
Um, despite 6 weeks, they have barely begun to map out the entirety of what it is down here. It wasn't just more just like a whoa, there's a lot down here. It just does keep going. But they've managed to make safe some chambers inside. So there's a place that will maybe be good for like drying grain and food storage in a way that is more secure. And it's cool under the ground. It's like got that ground temperature vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the correct term for it, but yes. Um, and while it wouldn't necessarily be ideal for long-term habitation for people, it does give them options, especially in extreme weather.
Oh yeah. Sweet. All right.
Has Sam taken an action?
I have not. I was taking notes just now while you
What is
resolved
Farewell,
the.
Farewell Abbott?
Oh, what? It was Farewell Abbott, but then I thought, wait, Farewell Calamity is a much cooler name,
Fair enough.
so I changed it because I was pulling directly from a name generator, anyways. So I was like, that's a much cooler one. I hit refresh again and was like, that's a better last name. All right, so to recap, this person's name is now Farewell Calamity. Whoops, I didn't mean to cross them out. And we are going to I'm going to start a project to investigate whatever the fuck's happening here. And I think that's going to take like 4 weeks. Whoops. let's do a little bit of investigation into unless somebody else wants to start that investigation so they can decide how it concludes.
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Because I don't know that I want to introduce a mystery and resolve it. I think it's more fun when somebody else resolves the mystery.
I mean,
You can always talk it out.
That's
and
true,
I
yeah, we
helped
can.
introduce that mystery, so
You
you can.
you did
You
actually. That's fair. Yeah. So let's
can
let's put
yeah.
that there. So we're starting a project of 4 weeks to figure out what the fuck is going on with this dead body of a person who's very much alive in town. Where
Mhm.
is town, by the way? Is town like in here now?
It's around.
No, I still think it's like spread out.
A
Like
bunch
aside
of
from
campsites.
the weird shit on the side of the river, I'm imagining like stuff built up into the trees a little bit where possible. But a lot of it's just like
Mm,
tents.
hmm
I like that
Treehouse
idea.
tents.
Yeah. Like hammocks, like those big
Ooh,
massive hammocks slung below between tree branches so it doesn't do any damage to the trees, but that people are safely up off the ground at night.
hmm
hell yeah. So yeah, that's my turn, I
Cool.
think.
All right, Zach.
All right. Autumn. Drawn. The project just isn't working out as expected. Radically change the nature of this project. When it resolves, you'll be responsible for telling the community how it went. Or something goes foul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity. I think I'm going to. There's there's two that are about to resolve. There's the food one, and there's the going to the mountains one. And I think radically changing the going to the mountains one is more interesting.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I was gonna offer to let you do that. I would be like, yeah, take mine. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that because who was it that went off there? That was not Moonshot. That was Just Young.
That was
Yes.
just young. Yes.
Just Young went to the mountains to meet with the people there as like a sort of like um as like a sort of like peacekeeping thing, right? Like what we don't there's like stuff we don't know that's going on. What's going on? How can we resolve this piece? Like that was the kind of vibe I got, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like it was like, what is their deal? Are they aggressively hostile? Why was Amanda Kay like banished or whatever?
Yes, and I think part of the issue is that they were aggressively hostile.
Mm.
And so well, I'll tell you what happened in a second because
Yeah.
project ticking down. The food project ticks down. I am going to say, we could use a stroke of good luck. It's
Mhm.
harvest season. We figured something out.
Hell
Food,
yeah.
like plant food and stuff, is no longer a scarcity.
Hell yeah.
Uh, we like it's like cultivating edible mosses and like berries that like grow in like in the undergrowth of the trees and all sorts of stuff like that. It's true that we don't have a ton of arable land that could be used for cultivating crops in some traditional so-called traditional ways. That doesn't mean that food can't be made if you can't figure it out. So we got food now, which is good. The thing we don't have is Just Young and his friends because they have been imprisoned under the mountain, uh,
Oh.
jailed as spies and saboteurs against the king under the mountain, and someone's going to need to get we get a message back from them. uh we had a message back from the king of the mountain where he says, I have
Sick.
your spies, return to me my daughter
Mm.
and they will live.
Well,
Sick. So hey, what
Sick.
action are you taking this turn, Zach?
Boy, I think I'm gonna hold a discussion.
Mhm.
here we
Uh,
go.
hey, gang, shit's kind of fucked. What do you think we're gonna do about this?
I mean, we
Great
need to
question.
talk to Amanda and figure out what exactly the situation is here. We don't know everything and we need to know more.
I mean, Amanda is here in this. She can speak up in this discussion. I realize that's not the way that this discussion. That I
It's
shouldn't
not, but
be rebutting. But I do want to point out that as a member of our community, Amanda could speak up in the discussion.
This is true.
that is still the obnoxious person in the community being like, well, we need more information. I stand by that
Yes.
choice.
August?
I can't tell you why I left, but I'm not going back. Given my... God bless America!
Oh no.
Uh,
That's the
given
problem.
my...
He's a
Yeah.
patriot.
That's the problem.
Given my token back for selfish action.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Um. Well, I think it's clear what we all have to do. We got to bring her back there. You know, she's not one of us. She came here on her own. They're holding one of ours. We should go get them. Straightforward hostage negotiations.
I don't know that we're the kind of people that negotiate with bandits. I think there's other things we could do. And that's the end of the discussion.
The end of that discussion. I'm gonna take a contempt token. Oh, motherfucker. I like that August swears by going, God bless America, and I'm just like, motherfucker.
You know, we offer variety here.
We do
Yeah.
offer variety here. That's what people listen to Follow the Leader
Mhm.
for.
Do you want to tick down on farewell,
Yes.
Sam?
Multi-sided. Choose side. 3.
Oh. The community
Ooh.
becomes obsessed with a single project. Which one? Why? And we get to choose one. They decide to take more time to ensure that it's perfect, which means adds 3 weeks to the project die. Can you stop moving the card while I'm reading it,
Sorry,
please?
I'm sorry. I was looking for if there are any other projects underway.
They drop everything else to work on it. All other projects fail. If there are no projects underway, the community becomes obsessed with a grandiose vision. Well, the only project. Oh my god, that drawing of jail. Mwah. Chef
Thank
kiss.
you.
I think I'm going to add 3 weeks to the farewell project because
go.
another body of somebody that is still
Ooh.
alive has been found
Excellent.
at the same sort of place, like next to the facsimile of farewell.
Would you like me to draw it so that it is consistent?
Yes,
or
yes,
would you
I
like
would.
to
I
draw
would
it?
love that. Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome.
This
Whoops.
is somebody by the name of. Hmm. Hmm. Just done names all over the place, style wise, and I'm having a good time.
Yes.
So,
A good time?
fuck off. Um,
Well, the Puritan name generator is giving me humiliation as a name,
no,
which I think is
no,
very
I am
funny.
not. I am leave. No, that's your thing, not mine.
I think it's really funny.
Saffron Searwood.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
It's another plant name. Is it another bird person?
Hmm.
Do we have more bird people in our community now?
There was always bird people in this community.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, and
Exactly. There we
some
go. This person has a beak now.
red-tailed
Yeah, I
hawk
think.
ivy, some
Uh-huh.
true.
Yeah, I think because the way Time Gone By's name works is what marked them as sort of from maybe out of town. But yeah, I like Saffron Seward being a bird lady. Maybe some kind of like cardinal vibes, like very brightly colored plumage.
Oh yeah.
So, and like
I was
unlike Farewell, this is a very this is a like a young adult.
Hmm.
Sweet.
Fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Takes breath,
Okay, I'll delete that.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I will start a project.
Hell yeah.
This now that we're able to talk to the trees and we're sort of on good terms, I want to start creating a project to safely make a way to bring more natural light down through the canopy. Using reclaimed materials from the hydroelectric plant, getting some hyper reflective stuff, maybe even mirrored things, and sort of like creating sun catchers that can bounce down through the foliage, but positioning them safely so they're not a fire hazard to the trees is super important. So it's going to take like planning as well as installation. So I think this is going to be a 6-week project.
Sounds good.
Oh, hey, I got a 6. Wicked.
Nice.
Um,
We love to see
I'm gonna
it.
tell you what, I'm gonna pop this sort of not too far from the mech body. In theory. In theory. Thank you. And it's yeah. I will figure out what this I know what this is gonna look like. Okay. I think that's my turn. It is.
Okay.
Yes.
Not winter from autumn. Oh, I was trying to put it where I wouldn't
Yeah, you're
go over
good.
you, Jade.
Oof.
There you go.
I appreciate you.
The strongest among you dies. What caused the death? Or the weakest among you dies. Who's to blame for their death? Oh man. I'm gonna make things messy. I think Amanda has the weakest standing in the community,
Ooh.
and she just gets got.
Oh no.
Um, and I think, oh, who would be responsible? Um, Part of me wants to make this a murder, but maybe it's more interesting for it to be an accident.
Mm.
And maybe it's a fishing accident on the lake. She was not press ganged into it, but it's one of those things where it's like, you have to work if you want to be a part of this community. And she went overboard, and it was kind of the captain's fault because the captain put her in a situation where she didn't have any real training for dealing with whatever caused her to go overboard.
Nice.
Well, it looks
So,
like we're not giving her back.
yep. So I'm
It does
gonna
not
cross
seem that we
out
will be able to do that. No.
Amanda, R.I.P.
Rest in piss.
Oh my god, Sam!
Rip in pepperoni.
A woman
Rip
is
and
dead.
pepperonis. Exactly.
My woman has
Pepperoni
died.
and cheese. I mean, in our notes, I also just wrote the entire turn summary is Amanda fucking dies.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
to name the captain's name is Reginald. My brain just keeps popping up Ahab, so we're gonna go for it. Reginald Ahab.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Reginald.
Oh god. That means it's my turn now. Huh? Or
Not
is it-
yet.
Oh, that's right. No, you still have to do your
The
action.
projects need to tick down.
Yes.
And I need to start a project, which I think is going to be a 2-week project. We're gonna see what we can excavate from this mech over here. There could be some useful tech. Who knows? And I think we're gonna spend 2 weeks doing that.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I am going to draw a card from Autumn.
And I'm drawing a little magnifying glass
Hell
to
yeah.
put next to the mech. Ooh.
Harvest is here and
Good job.
plentiful, add an abundance. Or, cold autumn winds drive out your enemies. Remove a threatening force from the map in the area.
So I will caution that if we remove the king of the mountain, we will also be removing just.
It's true. I'm gonna add an abundance,
Wicked.
I guess. And that means I have to scroll back up and see. Oh, I guess building materials has already has already become an abundance, or at least no longer
It was no longer a scarcity, but we could have an
scarcity.
abundance of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we found
So
something, or maybe we got part of the hydroelectric plant to actually work, so we could
yeah.
produce something.
Yeah, I think also it may simply be, yeah, so I'm making building materials in abundance, and I've color coded them over in our resources page. Yes,
Nice.
so harvest is here and plentiful. The harvest in question is, I think, the trees that we have been in communication with reveal the site of an extremely large fallen tree that they are willing to allow us to use um as building material. They're like,
Dig that.
it it has this tree has been sitting for long enough. Here, I'll put it over here near the contempt tokens. This is the root ball.
I also, if you like riffing on that, if you'll permit me, Sam, just like
Mhm.
the trees being like, we are community now. It is not us
Yes.
and you, but rather we are
Yeah,
together. And when one of
exactly.
us has fallen, it is best that we can serve each other. Because I'm thinking about how like plant
Yeah,
matter rots and then nourishes the soil, which then
exactly.
so.
Yes.
Mm.
Just had a morbid thought.
Mhm.
They give us their dead if we give them our dead, and we have to bury our dead near the root system.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very I like that. Yeah. So yes, we now have an abundance of building material, and for starting a project to use this abundance, I think that people also start to get to work hollowing this tree out as a shelter. Like using like carving out the inside of it to create like a large building out of this huge
Oh, what if it's
like
like
tree trunk.
those old Viking longhouses where they would use like a boat, but instead it's a massive tree and it's like this big hall.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love it.
Excellent. So I'm gonna put that down for like, I don't know, like realistically that seems like a maybe a 4-week project.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're technically supposed to like decide this together. I've discovered. I put 5 by
Eh,
mistake.
The community building. It's good.
You can also,
Exactly.
like, deciding can be someone saying, "I think this," and everyone's like, "Well, I don't think anything else." So sure.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah. All right. 4-week project. Awesome.
Tick down
And
the
then tick
investigating
down.
the
Yep.
olds
Oh, I
project.
didn't mean to hit random side. I meant to hit choose a side and go down to 4. And the light catcher, have you already ticked that down?
Just did it.
Perfect. So let's resolve the unless this already got ticked down as well, and this is next
It already
turn.
got ticked down.
Okay, perfect.
It's next
Sorry.
turn, yeah.
And yeah, I think that's my whole turn.
Back away.
All right. It's me now.
It's
our
you.
turn. I draw the card. The parish arrives. Who are they? Why have they chosen your community and for what? Or a small gang of marauders is making its way through local terrain. How many are there? What weapons do they carry? Parish. Oh, what do you think? Because the marauders is very simple. Could very easily be like more like a more active raiding party
The mountains.
from the mountains. Like, all right, well, we're gonna get our princess back, whether you give her back or not. They don't know.
Mm.
Which could be like kind of spooky to deal with. But it could also be a parish. Like what are people?
I kind of
I
like the idea that the local gang of marauders shows up to get Amanda, and we're like, you can
yeah, I
have her
also like
body.
because the one like sort of
Well, no,
trained.
we can't let them know that she's dead.
Yeah. But yeah,
Mm,
I like it being the Marauders because like Bertram and Fido are in prison up in the mountain, and we never got round to like training more guard cats.
Yeah.
So like the Marauders knowing that and knowing they just have to avoid the ones they know about is very cool
yeah.
and good.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and trying to, yeah, like we're stuck trying to deal with these marauders who have like they also ask like what weapons they carry. They've been mining, so they probably have like swords and hammers and axes and stuff
Good shit.
Yeah.
that we don't have. And they're like kind of like making their way like to the thing. Like they haven't come to a full attack like on us because they're like a small group. But if they were to find out that she's dead and go back to the mountain, well, that's their prisoners dead,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and that's them coming down with an army, maybe, to wipe us all out. So we have to do something about that.
Tight.
And so everyone take down your stuff, and then I'm gonna start a project.
So the investigation of the mech completes,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and I think what we discover is that the mech still works.
Sick.
Um, we've got to get it out of the ground if we want to use it, but the mech still works. So that is
Okay,
Operational.
that's good news.
Nice.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is that a crew of youngsters led perhaps by Felicity Point Blank, have begun. They're like, all right, you all need to figure out something to do about these marauders. But in the meantime, we're going to lead them on a goose chase. And they're going to spend the next 3 weeks just doing like guerrilla hit and run stuff on the marauders and like leading them around the forest so that they can't find the actual core of the village.
Love that.
Ooh.
Dope, 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 dope. Oh, it's me.
Yep.
All right. Boop. The community works constantly, and as a result, a project finishes early, or a group goes out to explore the map more thoroughly and find something that had been previously overlooked. Both fun. Hmm. I think the Longhouse project finishes early.
Heck
If
yeah.
you're cool with that, Sam.
Absolutely. I was worried about the fact that it looked like it was going to finish at the same time as the as investigating the tree people.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah,
yeah.
and the Sun Catchers is on the same timeline as well.
All the same
So,
timeline. Yep. Yeah, so this one
yeah.
finishes early. That means that it becomes, more of a like finished. Oh boy. No, I don't want that to be regular. I want that to be small.
Does that
It's
become
like a
like our town hall kind of a vibe?
yeah. Sure does.
Sweet.
Fortunately, it's behind the chickens, so but yes, it is our town hall now. So it's got windows in it.
All right. And I am going to discover something new.
Heck yeah.
And excuse me, I just need to change the color of this. I'm going to make it this color. The continuing people aren't like full on investigating. But I think somebody, maybe by accident in the underground complex, either falls through a floor, as you do. But either way, there is a tunnel, secret tunnel, if you will, that leads over to the hydroelectric plant.
Neat.
Secret tunnel.
I'm glad you picked up what I was putting down because that was sort of always the original intent of these underground tunnels is that they were like service tunnels.
Secret tunnels.
Secret tunnel. Anyways.
I need to tick down Sun Capture Project. Hold up. Yep, that's me.
Heck yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7.
Think.
I believe this is our final autumn card.
Yep.
Damn.
Ooh.
Someone sabotages a project and the project fails as a result. Who did this? Why? Or someone is caught trying to sabotage the efforts of the community. How does the community respond? Oh. I think Farewell Calamity is going to live up to what was Farewell's pronouns?
Don't
Him, I
remember.
believe. I thought it was old man
Okay.
vibes.
Oh, I
Okay,
thought it was an
yeah.
old woman. I don't think I ever said.
It's an old person. They,
An
them
old person.
pronouns.
They, them.
Non-binary
Exactly.
people causing shit.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Causing all kinds of problems. I think Farewell Calamity is going to I don't think Farewell succeeds.
Mm.
or at least who we believe might be
Oh.
Farewell. I don't think
Ooh.
they succeed, but
Mm.
the community is not happy with Farewell trying to sabotage the investigation into Farewell's body. And like I'm imagining that they were trying to like sabotage the investigation, um, potentially because, there's something there that they don't want found out. And the community responds by um, isolating Farewell. Like, I don't want to say they like throw Farewell in jail or anything like that, but it's just like keeping an eye on them and like keeping them away from the community so they can't do, they can't do more calamity.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So,
Do they also keep what was the name? Second person who got found
Saffron.
here. Saffron. Do they also keep Saffron in the same area?
No, Saffron was doing anything.
yeah, I think, Saffron may have been being helpful.
Mm.
So, I don't think they kick, they do anything with Saffron because Saffron hasn't done anything yet. So,
Okay.
I'm
So they
going to
don't you said they
draw.
don't succeed in
They don't succeed in sabotaging the project, no. And I'm going to draw a sad person on the other side of the river, just kind of like sitting there.
awesome. I do love the like different number of like all of my stick people have like a fairly consistent scale, but everybody's got internally consistent scale with the stick figures they're drawing, and I love that.
I have to be kind of zoomed out because I need to make sure the whole map is on the
Exactly.
stream, so
Yeah, and that makes total sense. It's just funny.
so yeah. So all the projects tick down. I don't think you ticked yours, Zachary.
Not yet.
Okay. Um and I'm going to start I'm gonna say it's gonna take 3 weeks. Pity's sake. I think it's gonna take 3 weeks to dig out the mech. Hopefully we can. There's a little shovel. Hopefully we can do that before things go wrong with the mountain people. So, little shovel representing my action.
Nice.
All right.
Samwise.
Sorry, you take a note of this one then, because I had the same problem just now that you did before, where I was taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. Okay, so are we done with autumn? No, it looks like we still have some more autumn cards.
Yeah, we didn't actually actively remove cards. We've just been stopped early.
Yeah,
Well, the
So
other
just-
ones have just not let us keep drawing cards. So
weird.
Well, we've done 8 autumn, so yes, it's now
Oh,
winter.
like
now
when
it's
I go to
winter time.
check the decks, they all have the correct number of cards. They haven't actually had
Oops.
any removed.
Every single time. Thank you. A headstrong community member takes charge of the community's work efforts. A project fails and then a different project finishes early. Or a headstrong community member tries to take control of the community. How are they prevented from doing this? Due to the conflict, project dice are not reduced this week. Interesting.
Ooh.
Difficult choice. Who haven't we seen in a while? I think that Felicity Point Blank comes back. And Felicity Point Blanc, sorry. Point Blanc. We're trying to hide the fact that her name is Point Blank. Um, and I think that remind me what's going on in this project?
Let's distract the marauders.
Okay. So I don't think that one fails because that would be bad. Which one fails? I am going to say, yeah, so Felicity Point Blanc comes in. She takes charge of the community's work efforts, and I'm trying to decide between like which is more interesting. If the investigation fails after all like 6 weeks of us trying very hard to investigate this, or if the Suncatcher project fails. I think it's narratively interesting if after all this time focus is shifted away from all the dead bodies that are coming. No. But I'm not sure if that's the wisest. Whatever, it's the most interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't.
Who cares about
Yeah.
wise? Yeah, so a different project finishes early. Somehow. So this wouldn't be finishing early if I finished now, but this would. So um Felicity decides to come check out the back project for herself. And as she is investigating the cockpit, she manages to turn it on, and the thing pulls itself out of the ground, showering the
Sick.
people below with dirt.
Nice.
And so,
And this sufficiently distracts the rest of the community that even those that were spending all their time investigating this are distracted enough that this sort of falls by the wayside. And there's no there's no strong conclusions can be drawn about what the fuck is going on
So
with.
did she just leave her distraction group to keep running
yeah,
around the
yeah.
forest? So she
Remember,
got back.
she was leading the group of
Oh, she was
people.
leading the group to distract the. Oh my god, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize you'd also tapped her.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So I was like,
fuck.
"What are you tapping?"
I'm stupid. I didn't realize that you'd already
Okay,
tapped her.
well,
I missed
suggestion. It's
Yes.
it's Saffron, because who doesn't like the visual of a bird lady piloting a mech?
That's so
Yeah,
valid. Yeah, it's
and
Saffron. And I actually, that's a really good idea because that means that like Saffron being this like new community hero distracts well enough from the fact that Saffron is also supposedly dead.
yeah.
There we go.
Hell
Perfect.
yeah.
Teamwork.
That up in little
Teamwork.
ball. Makes the
Teamwork
dream
makes the
work.
dream work. Okay. And now I get to everybody's project dice are reduced by 1. This one fails. No strong conclusions can be drawn about why these people are fake dead.
Yeah.
August, what
Sounds
happens
fun.
with the Suncatcher project?
That's
Hey,
Jade.
that was mine.
That's Jade. Ah, yes.
I think it works. It isn't quite enough to like reduce to change the scarcity to an abundance, but it's like proof of concept. Yes, this works, and we can do this again. We've got the
Yes.
materials now. Maybe when now that we're in winter as well, with there being less foliage around, it's going to be easier to get the sun catchers in position as well.
I like that.
And also, the distraction team ends successfully because we see Felicity point blank and her pals running into the place, having no longer been able to keep the Marauders away from it, and the Marauders run straight into Dumek that Saffron is in, and are driven away fairly conclusively for now.
Hell yeah. Oh, we didn't draw the conclusion of the mech, which is that he's got big, strong arms now and can punch real good. Are those wings? Perhaps.
Perhaps.
There we go.
Yep. Dig it.
Hell yeah. I get to do an action now. Oh god. I'm gonna discover something new, and I'm gonna say that off of this hallway, when somebody is walking back and forth between, I think that people have started to settle in the old power plant as like winter is drawing in, people need to be sleeping inside more often. And as somebody is walking back and forth, they discover a small room that appears to be just coated floor to ceiling in this black ooze that our good friend, what was his name? Our good
Moonstone.
friend Moonstone Longshot, the local fool, had originally managed to distill out of the water. Oh wait, no, I wanted this to be on the other side because I want this to be like it's soaked into here and has soaked up through occasionally. And I'm just gonna do that by filling this room in black. This room is fully gooped up.
It's like some sort of storage facility.
Perhaps.
Intriguing. All right. Is that everything?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe that's the end of my turn.
All right. Which makes it my turn. I will draw my first winter card.
Oh.
Hey, you remember those marauders we sent off?
Yeah.
Ho, ho,
Oh boy.
They brought friends.
ho.
Rip.
Oof.
But we have a mech. We've got the sun catchers. We got the trees on our side.
We have
So who knows
memes.
what happens?
So who knows?
All
Tune
we can
in to
do
season
is
7 of fucking
Oh
Follow
my
the
fucking god,
Leader.
we're on season 7 already. Yeah, tune into season 7 of our podcast when we inevitably play a game set in this world.
yeah. Well, how about that? Second card of winter, gang. That's
Hell
the
yeah.
quiet year for you.
That's
Yeah.
a quiet year. Almost exactly 3 hours after we started too.
Yeah, we did good.
We did good.
Oh boy.
Anyways, that was the quiet year. Thank you so much for watching us play. Again,
Well,
the game is
yeah.
by Avery Alder.
I do want to say that once the game is over, it's fine to share theories. What
yeah.
were the Frost Shepherds? What did their arrival mean for the community? Now the game is over, you can wonder together. So, I mean, yes, this is a potentially a thing for us to return to in season 7. But if we want to do a little bit of ruminating now, we have room to do so.
Yeah.
If we want to go ahead and do our outros, we can do that too.
Yeah,
I'm happy to.
I like the Mountain King and the Frost Shepherds being like the same group because he's cold on a mountain.
Yeah.
It's frosty up there.
August, I love whoever is making this Frost Shepherd card just like so big.
It's me.
It's
It
very
seemed
funny.
appropriate.
It's real
It's
good.
very good.
It's real good. This was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. I enjoy
Yeah,
playing
good luck,
games with you
gang.
guys.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, it was a good
I'm
time.
better at this rate.
Yeah.
4 years on a podcast with you fuckers.
Yeah.
Boy, well,
Rip.
the Frost Shepherds came, and Bertrand and Just and Fido are all still stuck
We'll
up
get
there
him.
in that mountain.
We'll go
Yep.
rescue him.
Sounds like we have a rescue.
It was on my to-do list.
Yeah.
I think it would be very
Oh,
funny
man.
if we played some sort of like high stakes game as those characters in season 7.
Jailbreak.
Jailbreak heist.
Yeah, we already did Dark Center once. We'll have to
Sure,
find
we did already do Dark Sentence.
a different one.
Yeah.
Dark
Oh,
Sensor
boy.
2, a darker paragraph. I'm
Oh
sorry.
man.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do a lovely thank you, Packbat. It's been great having y'all in chat.
Yeah, it's been really
Jimmy,
nice.
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Oh, thanks, Nightbot.
Thanks, Nightbot.
You've been silent this entire stream,
I-
and now you. Well, I mean
assume it's
that's
Danielle.
perfect. That's perfect. You can
Beautiful.
keep up with everything we do over on Twitter at stones_standing and see the VODs, including this when we get it transferred over at tinyurl /standing stones YT, because we don't have enough subscribers to have a decent URL on YouTube itself. Yeah,
Please subscribe
so
to our YouTube.
yes, you don't have to turn on notifications. We're not going to tell you to smash that bell icon. We just want some subscribers so we can have a decent YouTube URL. um, but yeah. Let's do outros in alphabetical order since we did it in reverse this time
All right, that's you.
to intro. Yep. So I've been August. You can still find me on Twitter at Harpydora. You can still find the podcast on Twitter at FTLcast, FTLcast.com. I forgot. I'm trying to keep up with the Tumblr over at FTLcast.tumblr.com. There's not a lot of content there that's not on Twitter though, so it really just depends on which one you prefer. And thank you, Packbat, for watching. We really, really appreciate everybody who watched with us and went on this journey with us together. And that's me.
I'm Jade. You can find me most places on the internet at Jade Oxford Rose. If you haven't already heard or are sick of hearing about other actual play content that this guild makes, maybe check out Dumb Kids Playing Hero, which is the Animorphs inspired actual play that August and I do along with a few of our friends from the room where it happened. Shit's getting buck wild over there. It's a good listen. We're in our 3rd season. Or if you like your Animorphs content more canonical and media analysis, you can listen to the Escafil Files, which is the Animorphs Book Club podcast that Danielle and I do, where they laugh in hysterical fashions when I get too close to the truth about what future books hold. It's a good time.
Oh yeah.
Samwise.
Hello, I've been Samwise. You can find me on Twitter at SAKlo, and you can find my art website at www.samkalo.art. I'm probably going to try to do like an old-timey map version of this map because I think that would be a fun project.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
The only podcast I'm on right now is FTL, so that's where you can find me. And Zach.
Hello, I've been Zachary Frederickson. You can find me on Twitter at Obviously You can find the music I make at IamBegWayTheBandcamp.com. And that's
Yeah,
about it for now.
go check out the album that of the FTL music that Zachary's done. He's done a lot of good stuff for the show, so check it out.
And if you decide to buy it, do so on the first Friday of the month because that's Bandcamp Friday where artists get more money.
Yes.
Yes. Do it. Do it.
All right.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Yes, have a good rest of your day, good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are, whatever time it is for you. Thank you for coming, and we will catch you all later.
Hell yeah.
Sayonara.
Bye.
I'm going to try to end the stream, and hopefully OBS will not